Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Mary D Show on this beautiful Monday. Another beautiful Monday. I'm always glad. Anytime we come to the show, we're here. It's just been gorgeous days. So welcome, 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 everyone. I'd like to first, before we get started, thank our sponsors for today's show. And before we even talk about the sponsors, we're going to thank Oliver first. Oliver Welch is the executive producer of the show. So, Oliver, hi, Oliver. We're going to thank you first. Then, our sponsors include Dumas Martin Jr. He's the president of the Idea Club. We'd like to thank you, Dumas. The Idea Club is there, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to get a 501c3, if you're wanting to get an S Corp, a C Corp, or if you would like to get an LLC, you want to contact Dumas at the Idea Club. Next, we have the Henderson Real Estate Team. The Henderson Real Estate Team.info. If you're looking to buy or sell, contact the Henderson Real Estate Team. Additionally, if you're traveling, Oliver he has his own business, and it's a travel business. It's called Welch Travel Tours, and you can contact Oliver there if you're interested in each of your travel needs. And if you're looking to write a book, or publish a book, you want to go to First Book Academy or Front Page Publishing, either one of those. Now, before we get started, also here is another commercial. Our son, Justin, just published his first book, and it's called My Cat is a Spy. And this is what the book looks like. That's the cover. So you can look at that. My Cat is a Spy. And I actually printed this up for you. And that is the QR code. I'll leave it up for a second. You can scan that, and it takes you straight over to Amazon. So anyone's interested in getting the book, you can go straight over there. Just go to scan the QR code, and that's all you have to do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, I have heard this wonderful, wonderful woman speak, and I literally asked, and she said yes to coming on the show. Her name is Carla Watson. I was going to call her Dr. Carla Watson. See? But her name is Carla Watson, and she is a success strategist and confidence coach. And I'm going to just read you a little bit about who this wonderful woman is. Carla Watson is one of the country's foremost authorities on entrepreneurial development, strategic leadership, and confidence coaching. She is the founder of CRW Solutions LLC. In 2023, Carla found herself at a crossroads in her life after being laid off from what she thought was her quote-unquote dream job at the Coca-Cola Company, where she had held several executive positions. In that moment, she realized, in life, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say that again. In life, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. A leading authority on high-level performance, her I can philosophy has been proven throughout her life and career. As a success strategist and confidence coach, she helps her clients gain a high level of confidence, clarify their goals, and identify the obstacles holding them back while targeting their unique skills and gifts to help create real winning solutions. I love all of that. Next, Carla has been featured in numerous magazines and has received several awards and recognition throughout her career. She believes if you change your mindset, create a vision, and cultivate that which you believe in, you will win and become your best version. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring to the show our one and only guest, our special guest for today, Ms. Carla Watson. Carla?
Yes, I
Hi.
am here. Can you hear me? Hello, how are you? Thank you for having me on the show today. It is sunny. I'm here in Maryland, like right close to DC, and it's sunny, so it's amazing this Monday. But I also always think it's something to be grateful for. So thank you for having me on the show. Excited to be here with everyone on this Monday, right? Some people hate
Yeah.
Monday. I love Monday. And so I heard you read my bio, and I was thinking, right, like, so I was just like most people, right? I was in corporate
Mhm.
America, which I thought was what you were supposed to do for the rest of your life. You wanted to live this successful life, right? I didn't know much about entrepreneurship. I understood having a plan B, so I was kind of doing that. So I was with Coca-Cola, director of marketing. I remember starting at an entry-level position, just because I was around someone who worked there, I began to research the company and find out, like, I want to be at the number one recognized brand. Like, why can't I be at the number one recognized brand? Of course I can. If she can, I can. And so I was there for almost 20 years until I got laid off. And a friend of mine said, listen, what are you worried about? You have everything that it takes to be great. And so I am so excited. I believe in helping, women and really everyone become their best version. And so if you think about what I do now, I started my own company. It's called CRW Solutions Group, and it's really my initials. And so I was so pressed. I wanted to be like Oprah, right? I wanted to have my stuff like. So I wanted to have, it's my initials, and it does what I do, right? It's creating real wins. And so that's my Carla Rebecca Watson. That's my initials to my name. And so really that is what I do as a success strategist, help people create real wins. And it could be whatever scenario. They could be doing programs. They could be want to do mentorships. They want to be speakers or just even entrepreneurs. And so that is what I do, at CRW Solutions.
How did you get there? Because you said, okay, you were at Coca-Cola almost 20 years. So, but you were doing, usually sometimes, and I was the same way, you were doing a little things on the side, but that had to be a shock. I mean, maybe you knew it was coming. I don't know, but it's still a shock because that we depend on those paychecks. I know I do.
Yeah, it was a shock, but I thought I would make it because Coca-Cola, when I first got there was no layoffs. Then it started to become every year. So when you keep getting, passed through, I was making it every year. And so they said, listen, you're going to get a call. It was so many people getting laid off at this time. They said, you're going to get a call. If you don't receive a call by 5:00, right, you're safe. So I received my call about 4:55 actually.
Wow.
Saying, listen, unfortunately, our department is being, it's going to be eliminated. And so here I go. And I was tired of it anyway. And I'm thinking, like, at a crossroads, like, what do I do? And then at that moment, I decided to bet on me. And so how I got here is I hired a coach, and I fought it for years. And I got a coach, and he told me, he said, Carla, you're more arrogant than you are confident. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? He was like, I'm thinking, you have got to be kidding. And so it stuck with me for about 3 days. I called him back to make sure that's exactly what he said. And I began to do research on how to build confidence. And I found out so many things, and it really catapulted my life, like on this trajectory that was something that I just dreamed of, right? The life that I live. And it was because I shifted. I went from being arrogant to confident. And it's such a little fine line. It's just like a little hair difference, right? But it makes a big difference because you want to make sure that you have.
To me, the same. It sounds like, okay, arrogance. And I know I'm probably wrong on this. Because, like you said, the difference is so slight.
It's just slight. It's the humility that you miss. So you have to be humble, right? Because if you don't have a level of humility, you're going to miss it, right? Winning is a habit, right? And so you start winning, right? You get more arrogant, but so is losing. So you can get into the habit of losing, right? And so you got to make sure that you have a level of humility. Whatever happens in life, a lot of success, medium success, beginning success. You want to make sure that you always have a high level of humility. And that was really important. And that is the difference between people that are arrogant and confident. And so confidence is not something that you have to have been born with, but confidence is something that you must have.
I'm listening and learning.
Right. So confidence is something that you must have.
You must have confidence. It sounds like to survive in this world, really.
Right. Yeah, because some things are necessary, and some things we can pick and choose, but confidence is something that you must have because it will take you anywhere in the world. I don't care if you're 16, 50, 70, give yourself permission to reset. Find out how to be confident, right? In you. It's you again, because we compete. There's no competition. So once you get that out of your mind, it's you against you. All you then have to do is make sure that you win, whatever that means for you. Whether you want to be an author, entrepreneur, when you want to start paying your bills on time, you want to lose weight, you're just competing with you. It's you against you. And you simply have to do one thing every day. Reset your mind to make sure that you win. Just the day. Winning the day is my slogan. Just go out and win the day.
Winning the day.
Win the day.
Love it. I love it.
Yes.
Like I said before, I couldn't write fast enough. Because it's so many until you just can't. I'm trying to absorb them. When you say humility, people may not know what that means.
Right. You have to be humble, right? So, some people don't know that they don't know that they're not humble, because you get to a place, I call it changing your taste, right? And so once your taste change, right, you get to a place like, I don't want to get, like, I'm driving a Range Rover into a Toyota, right? But it's, you're not still not better than, we're still not better than the person that's driving in a Toyota, right? We just believe bigger, faster. We just got it, but the way we got it, it can still be taken away. That's the level of humility that you must have, right? Not to be on this pedestal like I'm just so much more amazing than this person, right? Because we all have life that happens to us, and it comes, and you have confidence. You're ready for it. So that means you fail, right? You could lose your house, your man, your your wife. You could lose everything, but people that have confidence, they get back up and do it.
Oh, I don't know, we're having sound issues. We'll just wait just a second, because I think her screen froze just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. So just hang on, and yeah, I'm sure it'll catch up. You know how that goes with technological issues. That's just life. That's all it is life. So, but what she just said, winning the day, ladies, gentlemen, what she's saying, she's not saying win the month, win the year. She said winning the day. These are, I call them.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But your screen is frozen, but we can hear you though.
See.
Uh-huh. So I was just going over with the audience about winning the day. Just today. You don't have to win the month, the week, the year, just today. And what you're really saying too is focus on the day you're in. Just focus on that day.
Mary, can you?
Yeah, I can, but I don't know why we're having connection issues. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, any you know how that goes. Anything can happen. So I can hear you though. Oh, okay. You coming back? Let me add you.
Yeah.
Let me take this one. Okay, there you go. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, I think this will be better.
Okay.
Okay, let me take this one off. So hold on, okay, and then we can just. Sorry about that. Technology is only as good as long as it works, right? We know that.
That's why I said this is life.
Technology only works as long as it's only good as long as it works. So you can hear me clear? I think this will be better. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. So what I was saying, okay, good deal. So what I was saying was, that's the difference. Like, you have to maintain a level of confidence, right? I mean, a level of humility if you're really going to win big long term. Like, small successes are going to come, but you want to get to a place where you are winning long term. And so that's why you have to have a level of confidence. I'm trying to turn this off.
Right. Got it. I'm taking notes.
I was turning off the other device so we wouldn't have any background noise. Okay, yeah. So you always got to have a backup. You see how I had 2 backups, right? Never get frustrated.
See?
Listen, I brought 2 backups so that we were all good, and we are going to get this interview on the show. And so for me,
you've done it before. That's why you knew to have the backup, and you came prepared. That's what you came.
So I brought my iPad, I brought my earphones, I brought another backup, so I have everything. So that's really why I got into the space of being teaching confidence, because I knew that every day, average women, men, just people, children, could change the trajectory of their life if they change their mindset, if they begin to love who they were, right? And what people don't know, like, well, Mary, I'm not like Mary, but you didn't have it's something that you can learn. It's a skill. So it can be taught, and it is a skill that you must have. And the reason that you must have the skill is because confidence gives you courage. And the reason that you have to have courage, because you got to be courageous enough to like, your battery go down, right? You be on a call, and now what happened just happened. I didn't panic. I had a backup. This is going to work. And so you got to be courageous enough to fail, because success and failure is all a part of your journey. So you got to have that confidence to give you that courage The courage will then give you choices that will allow you to live your life without limits. So confidence gives you courage so that you can have choices to live your life without limits. And so that's everyone. It's not, no particular race, no creed, no age. It is everyone who wants more can have it, because what you do most, you do best, right? What you do most is what you do best, right? And so if you complain the most, you're going to be a great complainer, right? If you speak positive affirmations over your life, then you're going to be a great inspiration to people. So what you do most, you do best.
Right. So keep that in as you're saying throughout your day. So the affirmations is every single day, all day.
Yeah. Just, I call it a vision environment. Instead of people say vision boards, like put it in your car, in your a card. I have a card in my wallet. Like, I am so happy and grateful now. This is how much I'm going to earn. Is it 2022? This is how much I'm going to earn this quarter, right? Because you have to have something to give you that, that reset. You have to have something to give you that push. And that is why my favorite saying of all times is, in life, you don't get what you want. You get what you picture. And so you got to see it before you see it. And so you can't see yourself in a Bentley because you never got into it. So that's how you begin.
Right. Oh, we frozen. I'm sure you'll be back. I'm not even worried about it. But I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just some of the jewels she said. Winning the day is one. Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Maintain a level of confidence is another one. Winning long term. And what you do most, you do best.
What you do most, you do best. Yes.
She's dropping some jewels, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, she's dropping them and I'm picking them up, because every single day, I don't think there's a day that'll go by that you can't use these in your life.
Right. And it's simple. People think, what's the trick? It's you changing your mindset to have more. You got to 10x it. I was reading a book by Grant Cardone, The 10x Rule. And he said, if you want more success, you do more of the things you were doing to cause you to be successful. So you just 10 times that. If you want to lose weight, then you do more of what you need to do to lose weight. Just do more of it. Right. So then you get into the, what you do most, that's what you do best. I got on the Peloton today. Right. And I said, this is my goal. I'm going to get on here 5 days. So, on my goal board, I'm down to 4. Tomorrow I'll be down to 3. If I get real radical and do 2, then I'm down to 3, right? And so you got to play a trick with yourself, right? You hang around people that have the answer, not your problems. Hang around people that have your answers. Don't let people wear you out with their problems. You hang around people that have your answers. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. If there are 5 broke ones, you are number 6. If your friends are 5 successful, then you are number 6. And so it's just that simple. It's really deciding. I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70, you can decide today, this is exactly what I want. So you have to write it down so that you can see it, because we have it all in our heads, in our cell phones, in our mind. But the reason we don't put it on paper is because we don't want to be held accountable.
Wow.
So when you look at your book and you haven't worked out, your calendar, you haven't worked out. When you look at your calendar and you have tracking your meals and you've been eating, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A and sugar, right? You see why sometimes we act like we don't know what's happening. Why are they thinner than we are? That's because they did what you didn't do. But if you write it down, you hold yourself accountable. So that is what the difference is between people that put it in their cell phones. And I write it down on an 8.5 by 11 calendar. I recommend for everyone every single day, have a to-do list, and that will build your confidence. Once you start to win in life, small wins are going to give you a high level of confidence. So winning the day is important. That's making your bed. That's one win. Win number 2 could be exercising. That's win 2. By the time you get to win 5, you're like, I'm radical out here. Let me read 10 books. Let me even become an author, right? So sometimes you have to adjust your goals in your life, right? You get to do it. You can rewrite, reinvent yourself as much as you want. You have a pen. A pencil. It's not a pen. That means you can erase your story and rewrite it all over every time you feel like you need to.
And I'm sitting here working on, I finished my very first screenplay. I'm going back now and to read, because every time I keep thinking of new ideas. but I gotta let it go,
Yeah.
because you keep on and it'll never get finished. But I
Yeah.
really, without, as you know, which is my mentor, which is Tressa Azarel Smallwood, has literally transformed my life in writing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the write, even like my son's children's book. Right now, I have 22 children's books.
Yeah.
It's because like you said, my mind has changed to believe I can do it.
Yeah.
But it took, I'm not gonna lie, it took about a year to come to really realize I could write a movie.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to.
You don't have nothing different Tressa than that. She just she believed bigger, faster. So she remember her first movie, she's at movie 17. I'm sure you remember your first book, and now you have double-digit books.
22,
And
yeah.
so you were the same person then, right? You were enough the whole time, but you had to believe in yourself. You had to get around people so that they can show you what was possible, so that you can see, I mean, if they can do it, then I can do it. And then you got to hone in on the skills. What are you good at? What are your opportunities, and work on those things so that you can become your best version.
It has been life-changing. It really has been life-changing. My fifth children's book is coming out in August.
Good stuff.
I just said, God, this has been, but I'll be the first one to admit it. I always tell people the hardest part is to start.
That's it. That's the hardest part. For me, I will talk about doing the dishes, going grocery shopping, before I work out what I'm going to wear, what clothes I'm going to wear for the whole week. I mean, we will talk ourselves out. And what we do so often is we make excuses that's legitimate. Like it could be, it's raining, right? I don't have a treadmill. We can go into our garage, or we can get a jump rope, or we can get on the Peloton bike, or we can, there's a way that we can exercise. We can go up and down the steps in our house. So we tell ourselves excuses that become legitimate, but you do that your whole life. And then you live a bitter life, right? So you live this life of bitterness, right? But this hopefully will make people not bitter, but definitely better to go out there and soar, go out there and finish this half of the year, right? Because we have 6 months left of 2022, and become, your best version. What is it you want? What car do you want to drive? If you don't want to drive a car of your dreams, that's cool. What do you want to have that you can smile about, right? There's a lot of people not smiling because of the pandemic. The world is open here where we are, but there's still COVID, so definitely protect yourself. But there is a life that you can live, and it is your life is waiting for you to decide to play it full out.
Wow. Because who else reminds me of too is Ava DuVernay.
Yes.
She was a publicist originally before she became a director. But she went home for 5 years and studied directing.
Mm-hmm.
Changed the literally trajectory of her life.
Yeah.
And it's never, she don't have to worry about being a publicist anymore. I can, that's
right.
But I can almost guarantee you she saw herself there before she got there.
That's the only way you can get there. You see it. My mentor, my coach, he says, Carla, I want $1 million days. He said, I've had several, but there's 365 of them. So I'm not close. Yeah. So, I want to be a billionaire. Right. Well, he started as a $50 heir to $100 heir to $1,000, right? You got to start, right? And it's starting, that's the difference. And so, so that's, hopefully you all got some great nuggets from today. And hopefully, Mary, I was able to share something that your listeners and viewers could definitely, take away and say, this is what I needed. This was my aha moment to really, win. Bet on me, you against you, make sure that you win.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, I want to thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome.
Busy lady. You are traveling and on the road, but you took time out of your day to come and be
for sure
with us. So, and I will be, as you know, waiting for that book that's coming out before the end.
I promise you, I will do it. You see what I told you, so you can hold me accountable.
I
definitely will have it. Yes.
Well, thank you again.
You're welcome. I appreciate being on your show, and much success to you and all of your viewers and listeners.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ladies, gentlemen. Oh, here we go. We have comments from, hi, Richard. Hi. Richard said, you said, hi, me and Carla. We didn't get a chance to get to the comments today. I know, because I knew she had a really, really tight window. She's actually, as she sees, she pulled the car over just for the show today. So that's telling you she had a lot going on. But she said, I can't miss it. I've committed. And once I've committed, I've got to be there. So I just want to make sure that we give her her kudos for coming out and being on the show. Also, I saw another comment. Let's see. And that was from Gwen. Hi, Gwen. How are you? And Gwen says on here, it is, hi, ladies. Great subject. I tell you, and I'm gonna do a recap really quickly of of Carla's, because I have these are some of the notes I took because I just wanted to get some things down. The one I put down, oh, I have is winning the day. Ladies, gentlemen, you want to win the day, whatever that means to you. Now, for some of you, that may mean, like she was saying, which is really is so interesting. I write things down, but I don't write out my workouts. I haven't put that down as I need to focus on that. I may, and then I'll go walking one day and I won't walk the next day. So it's too inconsistent. And I have to change my ways to be more consistent about the things I'm doing if I want to lose weight, which I definitely want to do, but I'm not consistent about it. I'm not treating it as something that's really important to me. So listening to what she's saying, I need to redo some things in my own life. Maintain a level of confidence. And what she gave us was huge between confidence and arrogance. Ladies, gentlemen, I didn't know the difference until today. And she said it's our humility. Are you humble? Though some of you may say you are. It's funny. Just recently, I was driving and I was thinking, what is the difference between someone that because they're self-made? I said, okay, let's go with the Shark. I'll use Shark Tank as an example. On Shark Tank, are self-made. I don't know if they're billionaires or millionaires. I don't know, but they're self-made, meaning they didn't have, their parents didn't leave this money to them. They have made their way to this level on their own, whatever the way that was. So the point is, what did they do that other people haven't done? Because that's why they're on Shark Tank. That's why they're saying we have money to invest in different companies. So it makes you really, really think. What are they do? What did they do? Whatever that was, it must be whatever I'm thinking. Whatever their ways are, and when you look at some books about millionaires, there's certain things they do. What was it? Mark Zuckerberg wore the same, so he didn't have to think about what he's going to wear. The same thing. Not Zuckerberg. I'm sorry, Jobs. Every day. Now, I don't have the same thing in my closet to wear every day. So but when you think about it, that takes time for me to go through there, decide what I'm gonna wear, all that. That's time. I didn't look at it as time, as anything, but I'm looking for an outfit to wear. But they're looking at this as time that you're using out of your day to figure these things out. Now, some people be okay with wear the same thing every day. I'll be honest, it probably is not something I would be okay with. That's not on my list, but maybe I can guarantee there's other ways I can get time back into my day that they're not time deficient. So how do I do that? One, I have a feeling for me, though I write a lot down, I don't write everything down. And what she was saying, like she's a journaler, meaning that she keeps a journal all the time. I'm on that fence. Sometimes I keep a journal, sometimes I don't. So I need to be more focused on what is it that I want, and what am I trying to acquire by these things. So that's what I would say. So that's another way to look at it. So the one thing I would encourage you, I would definitely encourage you to journal. And even if you say, well, I don't have anything to write, I'm going to show you what I've been taking notes on all this time that she was on. It looks this is it. Just so you can see, it's one of these. This is it. You can get them at Walmart or just a note, but start somewhere. Remember I said the hardest part is to start, but it gives me a place to keep my notes. So they're not on papers, who knows where they are. At least they're in one location. So I would encourage that for anybody. If you say, now as far as journaling, and I don't have it right near me, otherwise I'd show you guys the one that I was just working on this weekend. So I would I would encourage you to journal. And like she said, a gratitude journal. What are you grateful for? What is going? And those of you that say, well, I don't know, I don't have anything to be grateful for. Yes, you do. Number one, if you're alive, you should definitely be grateful. And I know you are because you're watching the show. That's one. Number two, if you have you're watching the show, so I'm assuming you have internet. I mean, do you have a place to live? As we know, homelessness is real. It's not a joke. Where if you have a warm bed to sleep in at night, you have food to eat, you have all these are necessities, but many people do not have these necessities. If nothing but that, you should be on your knees. There are people that are on the edge. They don't know if they're gonna where their next meal is coming from and those kind of things. And if you're not one of those people, you even if you are, whether I'm saying that, you still want to be grateful. That's when she's saying about that humility and not thinking you're better than someone else. It's just a matter of being grateful for what you already have, whatever that is. And just when she said that, because I was going to ask her, so what is the difference? She had already explained it. That was the difference. I was like, wow, humility. It sounds so simple. Doesn't it sound simple? It sounds like it's not a big thing, but it is. Because we've all met people that were arrogant or cocky or whatever how you want to put it. And I don't know about you, but I really didn't like those people. They thought they were all that, but life comes for everybody. Life does. Everybody's going to face challenges and things they have to deal with. All of us have to do that, and good and bad. This is what I've learned too. It may be bad for me today, but it won't stay that way. It won't stay that way. There's going to be good days. So this is just, it's a journey. So know that that's what this is, a journey. Next, she mentioned to me, as I mentioned, maintain a level of confidence, winning long term. Winning long term. Wow. What is that saying? That winning is not a short, it's not a short game. It's not like you win today and that's it. Winning long term. You want to win for years to come. And you can. And you can. So don't think it's a one-time thing. I'm going to win today and the next week. No. You can continue to win. So don't look at it like that. Just know that whatever it is you want, you can have. Think about that. Whatever it is, think about how big that is. Whatever it is you want, you can have. I think the hardest part for people is deciding what it is they want. I really believe that people just don't know what they want. So if you don't know what you want, then we can't get you there. But if you know what it is, like she just said, the the messages came through. When you know what it is, you write it down. I think what happens is the universe is moving to give you what you want. It's how can we give you that? Now, some of you may believe in God, some of you may not believe in God. I do believe in God. But I believe that God has to know what it is you want before he can give it to you. If you don't know what it is, how can he give it to you? Think about that. You got to know what it is. Because this is what I think too. If you don't know what it is, then how will you know when you get there? How will you know? I have a goal. I have a goal to have 100,000 people on my email list. That's a goal. But guess what? Now I'll know when I reach that goal. I will know when I have hit 100,000 people on that email list. I don't have that right now. My email list is not quite 100,000. It's not there. So, but I will know when I reach it. Think about, I know what it looks like. I know what 100,000 email list, what that will be like. I'm confident I'm going to get there. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. My goal I'm averaging is 10 or more emails weekly. So at that rate, and then sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But I know I'm sorry, I'm not weekly, I'm sorry, daily. I want at least 10 emails a day. So we know at the end of a week, I will have 70 emails, which is not quite 100, but that's still not bad. And then you just keep adding and adding and adding. That's all you do. That's all I can do is keep adding to it. So that's my goal. That is, and that's one I try to do. I've already written it down. I know what it looks like. Another goal, that these are goals I've already written down, is to have one of my well, let's say Mike say I already wrote down one, but let's say two of my scripts into movies by next year, 2023 or in 2024. It was one each year. I guess that's what it was. So that's this. These are goals. They are goals, and guess what? They can happen. They're not impossible goals. It's not like, oh, that's impossible. No, it's not. That's because I've met people that they have already done it. Think about this. Since I've met people that have already done it, what does it make me think? I can do it too. I can do it too. I think they did it. So it's like, and when it's time for the movies, I will be glad to come on and talk to you guys about them, tell you all about them. Hopefully the talent will come on and they'll come on the show and tell you how it was to make it. All of that and more is coming. It's coming. So just know that this is just, I'm giving you tidbits of what I'm involved in. But you have your own goals, dreams, desires. Have you written it down? Do you know what they are? Are you working every day toward them? Do you look at them every day? I'm going to give you, I think I've shared this with you guys before, but years ago, I wanted a Mercedes-Benz. That was the car I wanted. I was driving a Volkswagen bus. It's a true story. My sons will tell you, they're on it. So they'll tell you. But I would go to I would go to the Mercedes dealer and go and get the picture of the new Mercedes. And I just put it on the garage door. So every time I walked in and out of the garage, I saw that picture every single day because I had to go to the car. So I had to go past it. You know what kind of car we drive, right? It's a Mercedes. And have been driving one for years, for like 20 years almost now. But I look back, that was coming into my psyche of that car. I didn't know had no idea what the car, I just knew I wanted one. I didn't know which one. I didn't know the different levels of, the different ones, the E class versus the S class. I didn't know all that at the time, truthfully. But I knew that was the car that I really wanted. And I look back now, that, like we talk about the vision board and everything else, but think about every single year I changed that picture. So the picture was being renewed with the new Mercedes. So, and I put a new picture on the door. And even one of my sons mentioned it to me one day. He goes, "Mom, I remember you putting that picture up all the time. And then you got the car. You got the car. Your intention was that car. And that's what she's saying. What are your intentions? What are your intentions? That is huge. That's huge. So take the time, write it down, and it does matter because I'm going to go over her what she left these nuggets for us. What you do most, you do best. Wow. Think about that. What you do most, you do best. I'm just trying to think of the things, because now, as I mentioned, I have over 20 children's books, 22, I think it is, children's books written. Now, all of them aren't ready for publication. I think I have 3 that are ready to be publicized. But they're all written, already put together, everything, already edited, the whole 9. So what was I've been doing that the most It took me a year. A year. I didn't believe I could write a movie. Think about this. I did not believe it. Nobody else had to do it. I did not believe. I had convinced myself that all I could do was write children's books. I had convinced myself of that. But the truth was, that's not true. That's not true. Then finally, I tried to write a screenplay. I tried to write a movie script, screenplay, movie script, same thing. I was so afraid I couldn't do it. I had to shift. I had to think about this, and this all I went through all this. I had to shift my mind to believe I could write it. And finally, I did. But it didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. It took a while. And I'm sitting up here. I'm sorry. You said hello, ladies. I didn't even see your comments. I've been talking and didn't see your comments. Hello, hello. And this is a Facebook user says, yes, ma'am. I'm definitely grateful. Thank you, thank you. And Richard's comments, Mary, I hope you don't mind me saying I like the bun on your head. Thank you, Richard. You know what? I've been getting text messages saying that. They like it. Other people say, oh, I like that on you. That's fine. So I'm saying that to any of you, all of you, because I'm going through this, I'm looking at my own life. I'm going through the things she said. And then she said what she meant. I just went over what you do most, you do best. Grant Cardone is whatever you do more of, you 10x it. I haven't 10x exercising. I walk like 2-3 days a week. Am I really, really putting a whole lot of energy into losing weight if I'm walking? Not really. I have to do more to see it, to see that. I haven't really committed to that. Like I was mentioning to you about writing the movie. My mind, I did it think about this. I literally spent a year convincing myself that I couldn't do it. That's true. And now I have 5 of something that I could have done a year ago, but I just didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it. Now you can't stop me from writing them. So I've just changed. Hang around people who have the answer. Wow. Think about that. Hang around people who have the answer. Not complainers. Complainers do not have the answer. And what I find complainers, they drag you down. The energy, it just drags you. Just, ugh. I have to leave when it's complainers. I have to get away from them. They don't know that I'm getting away from them, though, but I'm getting away from them. Ugh. But anyway, I don't say it, but I'm getting away from them. So I would highly recommend stay around positive, upbeat people. People that want to do something and they're trying to do something. They're working towards something. That is, as I mentioned, I was saying to her about our mentor. That's her friend, though. They're best friends. And so, but she remembers before she had a movie. And now like she said, she has 17 movies. Those of you that saw, if anybody saw on BET Trophy Wife, it was on about not even a month ago on BET. First it was on streaming and then it went to BET. That movie, I think that was, I don't know. I think that was like 14 that she's completed. And this year alone, they'll make another 6, I believe, 6 movies this year. Yep. So, and this is from someone who had never made a movie. And now they're knocking them out. They found now the more they do, the more they do. That's really what it is. Because as you know, it's a formula. It's a formula. And that's really what I think that's what she was saying. There's a success formula. And you have the formula. You really do. It's all you. There is no, you cannot blame anybody. There's no excuses. You have the formula. What is it that you want? Do you want to be a billionaire? What do billionaires do? You can be one. Find out what they do and how they do it. You can be one just like they can be one. That's pretty much it. I think we think it's something astronomical or something, hidden and all. No, I know it's not that hard. I know I'm not saying we're not billionaires or anything like that, but I think it's easier than what we think it is. I'm sure it is. And I'm sure they would even say that that's the case. And I was going to show you another book cover, except I think I put the books in my husband's office, but I was going to show you one let me do this for anybody that came on later, because we're really excited about this. And I just got to show you this. This is our son, Justin. He's written a book, and this is his book, My Cat is a Spy. There, it's on Amazon. I'll put it back up I'll let you, the code. There is a QR code. I'll put it on the page for you. You can take your phone and scan it. Here we go. There, that's the QR code. You scan that and it'll take you straight to Amazon. So you would be able to see and I was trying to put them both on the same page, but I don't know why it didn't let me do that. So I just said, well, I can't worry about it. But I wanted to share that with you if anybody's interested. And here's the cover to make sure because there's another one on Amazon that says My Cat is a Spy, but it's a totally different cover. So I want to make sure I share that with you, though. This is from our son, Justin. He's written his first children's book. We're very proud of him. First book ever, I think. So now he's published and he's all excited. And what's interesting, and I say this to all of you, all of us do this. Justin has a book published. Peyton has a book published. Bradley is writing a book about being a single dad. And my nephew has a book published. My first cousin has a book published. So that is 5. All of these have come after I wrote the very first book, which is There's a Rocket in My Pocket, which tells me our influence is broader than what we ever even think it is. We don't really, I had no idea when I wrote the first book that my sons would write books and nephews writing book and cousins writing book. I had no idea, but I knew just to get a book published in our family, it was huge. None of us had ever written books before. No one had ever written a book until There's a Rocket in My Pocket. I'm looking at because it's up on there. There's a Rocket in My Pocket was the first book that was published. It was not the first book that I wrote. It was the first book that was published. The first book that I wrote, which hasn't even come out yet, that's one of the books I'm talking about, is called The Cake Shook. That was the very first book I'd ever written in my life. And that book will be coming out soon. So it's just the title of it is The Cake Shook. That's it. And I enjoyed it. It's about ants, by the way. It's a little children's book about ants, but it's still cute. It's still some. And people they ask me questions about books. Let me share with you, give you guys, I guess some, as they say, some nuggets. What she said was so powerful to me. And that is write it down. Write it down. Whatever it is. This is the day I found out I could write, was when a friend came over. Think about this. And I've probably shared this with you guys, I'm sure. A friend came over and she told me what her and her daughter experienced. And it really wasn't even a story. She was just talking. But in my mind, it was so clear. I actually said, can't you see it? Think about this. It's in my mind. I hadn't written anything down, but I could see it so clearly. I took out a sheet of paper and wrote it down. That one act of doing that has changed my life. Changed my life. I now write everything down. Everything has been written down. Um, if I think about it, I'm inside of my uh, phone writing stuff down all the time, notes. It could be a title that I think would be a good title now. Now that I'm into screenwriting, I'm always listening and adding names and putting stuff in there because I want to make the story better. I want to make it, I don't want to just make a movie. I want to make a good movie, not just any kind of movie. Academy Award winning movie. Why not? Somebody has to write an Academy Award winning movie. Why not me? So I look at, that's what I'm looking at. I'm playing, as they say, the long game. I want to win. I'm not just out here just to be writing stuff and just hoping, as they say, hoping and a wishing. No, there is a method to this madness. And writing it down is the beginning of that method. It really, really is. It's the beginning of the method. So keep that in mind as you're writing, as you're going on, whatever it is that you're doing in life. You may say, well, I don't have any ideas. I don't have any books in me. Number one, you do have a book in you because you're alive. Let me just say that to any of you, all of you. It doesn't have to be a children's book. It can be your biography, whatever it is. But there's a book in you, your memoirs. But there's a book in you, something that's happening in your life that you can share that's going to help somebody else. That's a fact. And it could be a story, something happened that is funny, or maybe it wasn't funny, but you want to share with people. So there's so many things going on that you may say that you have experienced that you can share. And that would be a book. It can become one. It can become one. So keep that in mind. Now, I would encourage you, if you are interested, it's like I'm going to throw my commercial in there. You can, I'm going to give you guys, which I don't always do, I don't think. I rarely put that up there. Oh, here you go. I didn't even see the comments coming in. So let me go ahead and put the comments up first. We have Gwen. Let's see. Gwen says, Mary. Oh, that's Richard. I'm sorry, Gwen. That's Richard. You not to say hi to you guys. Richard and Gwen. And Gwen says, yay, Justin. I forwarded on my Facebook page. Love to see this book get some. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gwen. It is, my girlfriend texted me right before the show, and she had ordered it and came to her house. And she is so proud. It's just, she's like, wow. And this is Chaplain. Hi, Chaplain. How are you too? Awesome. What a talented family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what it is? This is what I think. They look at, remember, I'm just not just a mom and a grandmother. And they're like, how can mama write these books and we can't write something? And it touches my heart that they're even writing. I'm going to be honest with you. It truly, truly does. Because this book that was a 3-year project. Can you believe that? That was a 3-year project. But it'll be on Amazon for, forever, how long. It'll be there. Hi, babe. Says, hi, Carla. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you share your knowledge in your field. Oh, I tell you, wasn't she really good? I was taking notes. And for those of you that don't know, that is our executive producer, Oliver Welch, my husband. Hi, babe. And we have Chaplain. Why not? Tell it, girl. Tell it. That's how I feel. Why not? I'm going to tell you the truth, Chaplain. I see myself on stage accepting that Academy Award. I can see it. I see it. Walking the red carpet, the whole 9. I see it. Oliver and I, we go to the NAACP Awards. We did. They didn't have them this year. The weekend is so interesting. They had it. They canceled theirs and they did it online. The following week, they started doing stuff in person. I know, but it just happened. But I wouldn't encourage you. We were there a couple of years ago and we saw Issa Rae, Get Out. We've seen so many people, but I call it the Black Oscars. That's what I call it. But I say that Because I remember standing, we were across the street watching them get out of their, chauffeur-driven limousines. And I thought, I've even told Oliver, I said, Oliver, that's us. One day, we're going to be driving a we're going to be in our chauffeur-driven, SUV or whatever. Why not? Remember, Issa Rae started on the internet. She started on the internet. The same thing we're looking at right now. So it really tells you, what do you want? She saw herself there before she was actually there. And we saw her too. We were at the American Black Film Festival in Miami, and we got a chance to see her there. Beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. So yes. So I'm saying that to you. What do you want? As I said before, you guys, now I made it public. Academy Award. Why not? Academy writer for the Academy Award winning picture. A writer and executive producer. Because I already know we want to executive produce too. Why not? I don't necessarily desire at this point to direct, because I've been on movie sets. I see what directors do. And that's not what I think I want to do. I'll just say this. You have to have a talent to do that. You truly, truly do. That I have so much admiration for Tyler Perry. I don't know how you can do all that. It's a lot of work. Let me just tell you that. It is a lot of work. All aspects of the movie business is a lot of work. So I would encourage you, whatever it is you want to do. Like I've already told you what I want to do. I want to write an Academy Award winning movie. So that means I have to get to work. I had to first write them. I finished the movie. I can't say that I haven't. I have finished the script on one movie, but I have what's called treatments, or they're really like essays on other movies, on 4 other ones. But now you still got to get them made. You still, just because you have, even with a script, that's okay. You still have to hire your actors, or they're called talent, to take those words and make them come to life. And there's so many people behind the camera. It's unreal. Unreal. You're talking about your makeup department, your sound department, there's so many things. Like when you see the credits, when you see the movie credits, and sometimes I watch those credits and I go, I've been watching credits for years. Think about this. Years. At the end of movies, I will wait. I don't know anybody. Not one person. Oliver tell you. I've been watching credits for years. And I realized that's because I knew one day my name would be up there. Think about this. I've been doing this for years. 4 years. And now my name will be up on one movie in October. Sure will. And the BET Shorts, I'm listed in the casting department for BET Shorts. 2 just played 2 weeks ago. And then in October, 2 more will be playing. And my name is up there. So I'm in casting. I'm a casting assistant on 4 BET Shorts. And I'm crafty on a motion picture that comes out in October. The motion picture comes out in October is Strange Love. I'm the crafty on that. And then I'm the casting assistant on the other ones. I know. Ladies, gentlemen, I tell you, thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for being here on the show. I know we only got Carla for a short amount of time, but look at all the things she gave us in that time period. The lady has so much knowledge. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be back next Monday with a new guest that'll be on the show. I can't remember now because we're booked all the way till September. I can't remember who's coming on, but we have another guest coming on next Monday. God bless each and every one of you. I will see you in a week. Bye. Bye, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Congratulations. Oh, here we go. Let me get this real quick. Our chaplain says, and I am in agreement. In Jesus' name, all things are possible. Amen. And then we have congratulations from the Facebook and Jeanette McGee. All right. Thank you. Bye, everybody.